Hello everyone, I am back for another soap studio vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time here, I'm excited to have you. Welcome. And if you are already part of this community, I want to welcome you back. We are in the soap studio today, and before we get started with today's vlog and what we're actually going to get done, I had so many packages that have been accumulating throughout the week that I have not had time to open up. And one of the things that I've learned is that I shouldn't leave my packages just sitting there for the longest time and assume that what I ordered is actually in the package. I've had things happen where I'm actually go for the box, open it 2 or 3 weeks later, and the wrong item is inside, or, you know, I didn't actually get what I actually ordered. So when things start to accumulate, I'm like, I need to take time and open everything, make sure that everything is correct. Everything that I ordered is inside the boxes. So that's what I needed to do before we actually got started with today's vlog. There's some things that are going to stay here in the soap studio, and there's some things that I'm going to have to take to the store tomorrow. So tomorrow is a shop day and I'll be in the shop tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure to unpack, especially those shopping bags. I'm like out of shopping bags in the shop, so I need to take them with me tomorrow. This particular box that is sitting right here, we're about to open this together because this is what we're going to be doing today. This is a new soap mold, and I want to thank Soap Supply for sending me this amazing acrylic soap mold that we're about to open right now, and I'm about to show it to you. Today, we are going to make soap together, and for the very first time, I'm going to make an actual double batch. So I'm scaling up with this new soap mold, and I am doing a double batch. So normally what my normal soap mold is about half the size of this one. So we're gonna create a double batch all in one take. So this is gonna be my first time doing that. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but my husband was against it because of my back, and you know, he's like, you're not gonna be able to carry the mold and it's gonna be too heavy. So I had been holding back, but honestly, I think this is gonna make our life as soap makers, and I say our life because my husband literally helps me. He's the one that measures all of this for me. He prepares the lye for me. He gets all the oils prepped for me. So we really do work together to make the soap. So I think this mold is going to make our life a lot easier, and it's not going to be as hard as we imagined it. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a great experience. So if you just want to spend some time with me as I unbox this and look at the new mold for the first time, I already have my oils ready to go. I have a double batch, which in this mold is going to be about 28 pounds of soap when we're done and it's finished. So I'm really excited to get this done. We're going to work on a new summer seasonal soap today, and I'll be starting to create all the summer soaps now. So this is what we're going to be doing today, and yeah, we'll just be chatting and working together. So if you're interested in joining us, stick around, and let's go ahead and get started with unboxing our new mold from Soap Supply. Again, Soap Supply, thank you so much for sending me this mold. Let's go ahead and open it up. This thing is huge. Oh my God, it's so big. They also sent me a little silicone. What are these called? I forgot what these are called. This is a little silicone liner with a design on it that I can use with one of my smaller molds. And I don't know if you can see the design. I know it's hard to see, but these are just flowers. Kind of look like roses to me. And I thought this was so adorable to try this when we are going to make some of our other soaps in the smaller molds. So I'm excited to use that. We're not going to use that today. Okay, and it is heavy. It is acrylic. I think whether it's acrylic or wood, it's gonna be heavy. It's just a big mold. So I think this is like 16 by 14. By 4. So it goes all the way up to 4 inches to the top. Wow. This thing is really, really big. Now, how cool is this? It comes with an acrylic cover. Look at that. Can you guys see that? This is so cool because I usually close my soap molds with just wood on top and I can't really see what's going on, so I constantly have to like peek in there. But I won't have to do that with this mold because we have a clear top and we can see what's happening inside. That is so cool. All right. So look at this. You guys probably can't see very well there, but I will try to bring you close up. So I'm not sure if you can see, but these are the measurements right here. So it tells you how tall your soap is going to be. So look at how cool that is. So you can see the measurements here. This is really cool and really, really helpful. I love that. And then it has lines going across. So we can see exactly how tall do we want our soap to be. And mine should be going up to about 3 inches, hopefully. Silicone is really thick. I'm just gonna leave it in there. I don't want to take it out right now because I just have to put it back in. But it's a really, really super thick. This is gonna be super durable. Okay, my camera's having a hard time focusing, but if you guys can see here, these are the measurements, so 1 inch each. So it's gonna be easy to tell where each part will be placed when I cut it. Super awesome. So that's really helpful, and it's just clean and pretty and beautiful. So I am excited to use this today. All right, I am ready to do this with you guys. And this is, again, my very first time doing a huge 28-pound slab mold. Usually I'm doing half of that. So usually my normal slab is a 14-pound. And my husband makes my molds for me. They're just wooden molds. And this is going to be nice to have a big slab mold with a silicone liner that I could reuse and just simply clean after use. It'll be much easier, takes away from the time of lining up your molds. So I'm really excited about that. But what I'm most excited about is actually doing, like I said, a double batch all at once. I am doing a new soap for the summer today. So this is going to be a Coco Loco, and I've made Coco Loco before in the past. I did not make it last year. I don't think I made it last year, or maybe the year before that was the last time that I made it, but it was a different blend. So today I'm blending 5 different fragrance oils. They're all from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Wholesale Supplies Plus has an awesome quality to their fragrance oils. So I always keep buying from them, and I keep certain scents that I love to blend with because they're so strong, and like the notes of every scent is like, that's what it is. That's what you get. So I'm blending with coconut. So coconut's going to be the most of my fragrance. And then I'm adding a bunch of tropical fruits. So I'm adding banana, I'm adding pineapple, I'm adding dragon fruit, I'm adding hibiscus, I'm adding, what are other notes I'm adding in there? Guava, kiwi. So a bunch of different tropical scents in this soap. Now I have used them all separately, but never together. So that's going to be new. And the way that I'm going to do this is, so this is normally my batch. I've melted my oils. Let me just go ahead and mix this so you guys can kind of see what size my normal batch is. So these are my hard oils that I've already melted. And this is all the oils and butters that got melted. And then the oils that were already in my mold were just at room temperature because those were just liquid oils. And then because my microwave is so small, we measure out all of our hard butters and oils in these small buckets so that fit inside of my microwave so that I can actually melt them. So that's why we have to kind of bring everything together once we're ready to make soap. Okay, so this is usually what my normal 14-pound batch of soap is, and I like to have plenty of room because I could potentially make it all in here, but what's going to happen is it's going to get messy once I add the fragrance oil, the lye solution. I mean, this would not be able to handle the 28 pounds. So I'd rather work as if I'm making 2 separate batches, but we're going to do it simultaneously. One of these is going to be our base, and I'm going to keep my base white. So I am making a white or just creamy color base because some of those oils turn a little bit yellow. So it might turn a little bit ivory, but I do have some TD to throw in here for my base. So this whole batch, we're going to mix first. This is the plan, okay? Hopefully everything goes to plan. We're going to mix this first, and we're going to put our base into the mold. And the second one, I think it's just easier to work like I normally work. The only difference is that instead of pouring these into two different molds, I'm pouring them into the same mold. So I already know kind of quantity wise, like how this is, you know, I can handle and work with 2 smaller, you know, containers rather than one big, huge container and try to go from there. So so all of my measurements for like the lye is for one of these, and then I have another lye for this one. But it's all going to go in the same mold. And then here are the melted oils and butters for this batch. I really have to make sure I get every single ounce out of here. So I'm really scraping and scraping and scraping. I mean, who wants to? Especially when the cost of oils and butters is like crazy right now, you guys. Make sure you're pricing your soap correctly. Make sure you're pricing your products, because if you're spending all this money on your raw materials like oils, even fragrance oils, you all know that the cost is like, I think, more than double, tripled for some things within the past 2 or 3 years. I remember when I first started making soap, I feel like the first couple of years, even maybe 2-3 years, I felt like everything I was buying was pretty consistent from year to year. I didn't see things skyrocketing. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, it must have been after COVID. I mean, it's just been crazy. The way the prices have just been doubling from one year to the next. And then they, you know, 1.5 again for the following year. So that is important to take into consideration when you're pricing your products, you guys. And people, your customers need to understand that we're purchasing our oils in smaller quantities. We're not huge manufacturers. You know, I wish I could buy a big oil drum for a whole lot less than what I'm paying for my 5-gallon bucket, you know, but I just don't have the space to be able to purchase oils in that quantity. So we have to try to do the best that we can, but also we have to price our products in a way that we're making a profit. Otherwise, it's just a hobby and we're basically not making any money out of it. And we're basically, yeah, just paying to make something that we love to make. But the point is to make money, right? If you're a business, that's really the point. So make sure you guys are pricing your products correctly. One of the things that I do is there's some products that I can mark up to kind of keep the price of my soap at a reasonable, comfortable price for my demographic, for my area. I live in a very expensive area. I live in the Bay Area in California. So everything here is expensive. So my customer base understands that, and they know that they're going to pay a premium for a handmade soap. So I'm able to price my soap at a nice premium, but I haven't raised the price of my soap in a while. But I have so many other products that I'm able to kind of compensate for that. So if you don't have any other products, if you're just making soap, so make sure you're pricing your soap correctly. And if you're able to compensate with other things, take that into consideration, because that's a good strategy as well. So I think, be needing to raise the price of my single soap bars, as much as I hate to do that. But honestly, you guys, it's just been crazy. The price of all this stuff is crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's keep going. I can talk about this forever. Let's go ahead and add some kaolin clay in here. I try to get everything ready before I turn the camera back on. I'm going to do a couple of tablespoons to each batch. These are still, they're not hot, they're just warm because they literally just came out of the microwave. So they're mixing in with the other oil that was room temperature, or cold, I guess. It's pretty cold in here. So these are warm. So I'm hoping we don't have any issues. So these are the oils with the kaolin clay. And then behind me, I have 2 separate lye solutions. Again, I use a 50-50 lye solution because we master batch our lye. And that's my husband's job. He takes care of that for me. So I have one measured out for this batch and one measured out for this batch, which is also very helpful because when I mix the base, I'm kind of going to see how the fragrance oil reacts, and hopefully it'll give us time to mix this one really quick, separate. I have 3 colors that I want to do. So I'm just gonna divvy up this batch amongst these 3 colors, and then we'll just pour into the mold and then use our chopstick to create some swirls. Hopefully our base will stay thin enough that we'll be able to do a nice swirl. If not, then we're just gonna make colorful layers on top of a white base. But I don't know, I'm confident. I don't think it's gonna accelerate too much. I am excited, but as always with soap making, it's always a little nervous when you're doing something for the first time. So, all right, here we go. You don't need to use your stick blender too much. You know, this is already getting thick. So I'm done with my stick blender. Before I add the fragrance, I'm gonna add some TD in here, just to give it a little bit of a whitening effect. We're gonna have to go really quick with that second one. So once I pour this in, if I don't talk to you anymore, I'm gonna be in the zone, guys, okay? Because I really wanna get some swirls. I really wanna get some swirls. I think I'm ready to pour, so let's do this. I'm gonna do this in a way that you guys can see. We're ready for this one. So let's go ahead and mixy mix. All right, I really need to hurry because this space looks like it is hardening up on me. That is so pretty. I wish you guys could see that better. I'm sorry, but I really don't have such a wonderful setup. And then I have some leftover that I can just color if I want. We'll see. Oh, this is already, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Okay. I might be able to do a pour from above, from high, in order to get the batter to sink in. It's not completely rock hard, but it is a little hard. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get these colors to sink in. So maybe we'll do in the pot with what's left in here and just kind of mix this. I think that'll look super cool. Some yellow, some purple, and then that way the top is going to be swirled with some white and all of these colors. So see, we gotta think on our feet here. All right, so in the pot swirl it is, because my base is already hardened up. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a swirl in here, and now we're ready to pour. I wish I could bring you in closer right now, you guys, but I don't even have time to do that. We're just gonna go ahead and pour it in. Cool. I think that was a good decision to do it in the pot swirl with the color, since I wasn't able to get them to swirl with the bottom layer because it got hard on me. So this is supposed to look like a tropical vacation, Coco Loco. And so let's see. Yeah, this is pretty set. So no matter how I shake this, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this to get it to go into all the crevices. Okay guys, I think I can bring you in now. I'm not even gonna stick my chopstick in there at this point because it's just not gonna do anything. But because we did it in the pot swirl, there should be some nice movement in the bar itself. Okay guys, we got it in the mold, and That is amazing. So I think for next time, I'm going to mix both batters with the lye at the same time, so that at least they're moving kind of in the same rate of speed. And then if I'm not able to do too many colors, maybe not do too many colors, maybe keep it more simple, which is what I do now. A lot of my soaps used to be really colorful and I used to do a lot of swirls. But when your business starts growing and you have to get your product on the shelf, you kind of have to simplify things. And I've done that a lot. But today was special because I wanted to do something new and create something pretty for summer. So I went ahead and did something that I haven't done in a while, and that's basically my white base with 3 different colors. And we did it on a larger scale. So that is cool. We did it. Okay. So those of you that are makers and make soap and that you work in large batches like this, if you have any tips for me, please let me know. I really, really like the idea of getting double the amount of soap in one, at once, on one take, one soap making session. But then that comes along with a bunch of other things, right? So I am going to try to streamline the process, and depending on hopefully the dimensions that I need, which I think are going to work. So then I'll be able to streamline my process a little bit better. Guys, here it is. It's looking good. Oh, I forgot to put the lid on it. Here it is. Look at that. How cool is that? Okay, guys, I am so happy with getting this batter into the mold. It looks gorgeous. The colors are so very cool. I think they're going to come out nice and vibrant, and I'm really excited about this mold. I love to be able to cover. I started covering my soaps, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. I didn't used to do it. I used to do it only to certain soaps, but somebody asked the other day on the comments, they asked me, or was it, I don't know where it was, but somebody asked me about soda ash. And for me, one of the things that helps to either eliminate or minimize is covering my soap. Not only is it good for gelling and for getting a nice vibrant color on your soap, but it is also, in my opinion and in my experience, it helps with soda ash. I literally don't have that problem anymore. I am going to bring you back tomorrow when this is ready. It is late at night. What time is it? It's already 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night. I started late, so, but this should be ready to cut in about 12 hours. So usually my soap, I cut it anywhere between 12, 18 hours. So I think this will be ready to cut before I go to the shop tomorrow. So I will bring you back and then we will cut this together. I am so excited for this soap, and it smells so good. My daughter just walked through and she's like, Mom, it smells like pineapple. I'm like, I know, this smells so good, but it's coconut, it's pineapple, it's guava, it's a bunch of yummy, yummy things. So we'll bring you back tomorrow so we could cut this beautiful soap. Okay, we are back. It is 10 a.m. and I am almost ready to head over to the shop. It's a lovely day outside, but first we're gonna go ahead and try to get this out of the mold and cut it. I've already checked on it and it's pretty hard. So it's ready to go, guys. We're going to I'm gonna try my best and see if it's gonna be easy for me to handle this big of a loaf or a slab of soap. I think the colors look really pretty. The purple and the blues, and I get hints of yellow. We'll see how bright the yellow turned out. All right, so we're removing this, and we're going to so usually with my wooden molds, I just kind of slide it out. I don't think this is gonna slide out that easily. There we go. There it is. It's sliding out really easily, you guys. I love it. There it is. It's out of the mold. Okay, now we are going to slice this. And this is a homemade slicer. My husband made this for me, so you won't find this in any stores, but there's plenty of stores that make these, so you can purchase one. Or if you have a handy husband, like I do, he can make it for you with scraps of wood, and literally works just as well, and it cost us next to nothing. Yeah, we need to go this way. So we're gonna flip it again. There we go. Now I've seen some people turn their thing like this and go this way. I've never done that before. So I'm not gonna be comfortable with that movement, but it's gonna be heavy to do this, but I'm gonna try anyway. Okay, here we go. Whew. Okay. All right. Cool. Look at that. So pretty. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Woo. I'm already breathing like if I'm working out. Okay. This time will be a little bit lighter. It won't be as heavy. Sorry if my head is cut off on this. I kind of wanted to zoom into what I was doing. There we go. These are one of the lids for my wood molds. All right. Okay, that is so much easier. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, and the last one. So this is my leftover, and I'm going to use these for samples. It is a lot. I'm not used to having so much quote unquote waste, but hopefully I will be able to either sell them in my soap chip boxes and give some away as samples. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright guys, so I am really happy with the way these turned out. They are super fun and bright. Look at that yellow, the purple, the blue. You can really see all those pretty vibrant colors. I wasn't able to get the swirl I wanted in here, but it's okay. We have cute designs over on the top. So all in all, it was a great experience using my new mold. I want to thank Soap Supply once again for sending me the beautiful acrylic mold with a lid and a beautiful thick silicone liner that's going to last me forever. I'm going to be able to make so much more soap at one time, and I think it's going to really help to keep our stock up, our production up, because that is the whole point. So I am going to let you guys go now. I am going to go ahead and end this vlog. I thank you so much for joining me. I am really blessed to be able to share with you guys my new experiences, the things that we're doing in the shop and in production, as well as at the store. So it's fun to share everything with you guys. As always, leave me your comments, your reactions, your if you have any advice for me in working with like a 28-pound batch of soap. I think I did okay for my first time. We'll do it better next time. But again, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.